Welcome to the third and early Wrecked Roulette podcast. We're releasing this early because I wanted to introduce my new co-host, Courtney, who will be joining us with special guests on Saturday. So look out for our usual podcast on Sunday afternoon. So let's start the show. All right, so this is my new co-host. Her name is Court, last name Nee. And she's an exchange student from Narnia, where they only speak Narnian. And she's pretty much just speaks ice and Turkish delight. And she's 15, and she's a Cancer.
I'm not a Cancer. I just cause cancer.
Oh, but you also got the crabs, right?
Why not Zoidberg?
Oh yeah, your English is getting quite good for someone who's into bestiality.
No. I'm Mr. Thomas's great niece. I'm a fawn, so I'm half beast.
Oh, okay.
Not that I'm judging.
But how did that? That happened with bestiality?
You're probably right.
I've seen those porns.
No kink shaming, eh?
So I gotta ask: is Aslan still a thing?
Well, he did die. There's a train crash, and he took a lot of people with him.
Spoilers.
Sorry. Oops.
I asked the question. In Narnia, when you speak ice and Turkish delight, what's that like? Is it very? I've never tried Turkish delight. Is it delicious?
Oh man, I fucking love Turkish delight. Even though it tastes like a flower, I fucking love it.
It tastes like a flower.
Yeah,
but flowers are different in Narnia because they're made of ice.
Some of them are, yeah. Now the ices are more formal language. Turkish delight is more like this.
So your native tongue is Turkish delight.
I speak Turkish delight at home, and I was educated in ice.
In ice, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. And she lives. So she's here. She's 15. She lives with my mom. My mom. She says, my dad says if I didn't eat so much avocado toast every day and then work 2 extra jobs, I'd be able to make real money. I could be able to afford a house like theirs. It's $1 million right now, but it's different because it was $250,000 back then. But it's the same thing as what they're saying because I'm clearly, if I didn't drink my green smoothies, if I didn't invest in kale and I just drank water, I'd be so much richer as a millennial these days. So
they do say I heard here that you guys say you need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, but in Narnia we have the saying is pull yourself up by your hoof straps. So
yeah, it's just 50. People who posted "Thank God 2019 is over" are feeling
real stupid right now.
So I know you're in 1965. Over there in Narnia, so it's a little bit different there. You're still afraid of the atom bomb. Well, here we're just worried about dying from a deadly virus. So I think those people are feeling a little bit stupid right now. So what's it like to be 15 in 1965?
Terrible. It's 15. 15 is a terrible age no matter where you are in the universe, Narnia or what's this, Earth. Just a terrible time.
Well, is Narnia inside Earth or is it like in the outer space of Earth?
I think it's like a parallel dimension. That's why you go through the closet and then all of a sudden.
So did you come through a wormhole to get here?
A wardrobe. A wardrobe. It was
a ward hole. The wardrobe hole.
Yeah. I opened the door and walked through, and I found myself in a fucking IKEA.
And an IKEA, were you there with the IKEA monkey?
I was
away.
I got an invitation from him. That's why I was trying to come over. Apparently, I missed him by a couple years. Mm-hmm. But I had some meatballs. That
happened
was a good time.
Friend of mine. Yeah, that happened to a friend of mine. So, but I hope you found your way through the IKEA maze because it's a little confusing if you're not familiar with how IKEA works. You'll just think you're in your house for a minute, but you gotta navigate the lanes, and then you get some Swedish meatballs.
I think at one point we're gonna have to sneak into an IKEA and record one of these like throughout the store.
Yeah, we can be like, now we're in the kitchen section.
Yeah.
And they got some nice, closable IKEA cabinets that don't make sounds when you close them. So you can have arguments, but it'll just be your voices. It won't be any noises in the kitchen.
Exactly.
So, and then we can go to the bedding, which will be a better acoustics there because of all
pillow fight.
Yeah. With the artificial stuff, so like there's not feathers popping out, but there's like pieces of fluff and foam.
Yeah, I think the feather ones are a little heavy. You can legit give concussions if you whack someone a little too hard.
Especially if you get the memory foam ones, you might have to suffer some severe brain damage.
I wonder if you hit me full on the face with the memory foam pillow, if like it would leave an imprint of the contours of my face for a
minute at least, like a couple seconds at least. Yeah,
I feel like when we sneak into the IKEA and do one of these episodes, we're for science, we're gonna have to try that out.
Yeah, for science, of course.
For science, yeah.
Yeah. See if half of your face goes numb. You have a little stroke. There in the IKEA section, which I'm sure happens a lot. They have to do a lot of damage control there at the IKEA. But the Swedes, at least they have a nice biodegradable way of getting rid of your body because they're very environmental friendly.
Yeah, you could be used to grow the new trees for the particle board furniture.
All right, so Court, what I want to know, I want to play some games with you now.
Yes, ma'am.
That'll be fun. So tell me, what is your deepest, darkest desire?
My deepest, darkest desire. Oh, man. I mean, aren't all of my desires
It's the monkey's
dark?
paw. You got to wish on the monkey's paw.
Monkey's paw. Oh, geez.
You have three wishes. You have 3 wishes.
3 wishes. Okay. Let's go with a very basic, like, let's make sure life is steady.
Yeah, there's stipulations with this monkey paw. Like there's it comes at a cost. So you got to think about what do you want? Let me know.
Well, it's not enough anymore to wish for $1 million. That just doesn't really cut it. So I think I would be comfortable.
That's like a month of rent in Toronto.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So let's up it by a lot and go with 10. I'd like $10 million.
$10 million.
Yeah. I could do a lot of good with $10 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you want $10 million. Yeah. The thing is, it's only comes in American ones, and you can't exchange the currency in Canada.
Oh no! Does that mean I have to travel?
But it's the thing. No, you can't because the borders are closed.
Oh shit! So I just have $1 million in ones.
You have $10 million in bonds.
Oh my god!
In the US, and you
and I can't travel.
You can't go. Yeah, you can't go over there
spend it
until 2020. 40.
You know what? I'm gonna have to Scrooge McDuck that then. I'm gonna have to get a big fucking swimming pool and put all of the bills into the swimming pool, and then swim around like Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, once the borders are open. And,
all right. Okay. Second wish.
Second wish. So,
I wish. You know what? Screw the border. I wish I could fly.
You wish you could fly.
Yeah, then I could just travel wherever I want.
All right, but every time you fly, you run into 12 trees.
Oh, how fast?
Like a good speed, maybe like 100 kilometers an hour.
Shit. I mean,
you'd lose a lot of your memory. A lot of your face would be pretty banged up.
The IKEA pillow to my face sounded okay, but the 10 trees a flight. Oh, that's going to be rough. Okay, so I've got $10 million in singles in American that I can't spend. I could fly, but if I do, I'm going to hit 10 trees. Oh, God. Okay.
You can get to the American border. You can go get your money, but you got to hit 10 trees, and you probably.
And then I won't remember how to spend it. Okay. What is something else I would like? I wish for. Let's try and do a selfless one, like not about me. Let's see how you fuck that up. I wish nobody in Canada goes hungry. Ever.
Okay, granted,
Okay.
but you'll go hungry because now you live in the US.
Oh shit.
Because you flew over to get your money and now you go hungry every night.
Damn.
It's a
Monkey's
nice thing
paw.
to do. It sucks for you. I'm sorry.
Man,
Sorry that
monkey's
happened to
paw.
you.
That's
I'm sorry.
that's a good game. I like that. It's mean, but it's funny.
All right. Let's do
man. Two truths and a lie.
ridiculously true. Yeah, let's choose
Two truths and a lie.
truth and a lie. That's
Okay.
the one I was gonna say. So
About me or in general?
in general.
General. Okay.
So the number one is that bees can detect bombs.
Okay.
Number two, koala bears can't yawn.
Oh.
And number three is newborn babies don't produce real tears. One of them's a lie.
Bees bombs. Babies
Bees
tears.
bombs.
Koalas yawns.
No yawns.
The bees? I'm getting like pictures of that Oprah gif where somebody edited it, so she's yelling bees and there's bees flying around.
Bees! Everybody gets bees!
So I'm gonna guess bees.
The wrong one was koala bears can't yawn.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah, bees can detect bombs according to this website that I looked up.
Okay, so koalas can't yawn, but they can carry leprosy, right? Is that the
Sure, yeah. I don't
no,
know
the chlamydia. The koalas have chlamydia. It's armadillos that carry leprosy. I don't know why I know this, but I do. Sorry.
You just fucked a koala bear and you got chlamydia. Fuck you, koala bear.
Well, it's that Narnia and incest bestiality.
Yeah,
shit,
it's the
right?
bestiality. You're trying to make a weird koala-ian
trying to bring some human earth flavored children to Narnia. So
okay, yeah.
Oh, for real.
All right, so
bees and bombs. Weird.
Yeah. All right. Tell me 3 things about yourself. One's a lie.
3 things about myself
that don't include Narnia.
Okay. Let's see. 3 things about myself. I like to travel, and I've been to places like Dominican, Mexico, Costa Rica, England, Scotland, Egypt. I once was in a car and had my tire slashed by a tiger, and I've been skydiving several times, and I've only peed myself once.
The tiger sounds like the most ridiculous one, but that makes me want also guess that that's maybe true. Were you at African Lion Safari?
I was. I was.
I'm gonna guess
that one was true.
I'm gonna guess the last one isn't true.
That's correct. I have yet to go skydiving.
Yeah,
but I'm open to it. I just never quite made it there. So maybe I'll make you go with me, and then we'll do another one of these. So we've got the IKEA break-in one, and then we'll do a skydiving one. Yeah,
we'll just do a podcast from the sky. I heard that's pretty easy.
Well, we can just
strap in the.
We can be all like, "Yeah, we're totally gonna go do this. This is gonna be amazing," and then
do this and just
Yeah, when we're up in the plane, we can record ourselves absolutely fucking panicking and be like, "No, I changed my mind. I don't want to do it. No." So
or 15 minutes, just
Amazing.
Well, especially because you're like part human and part whatever you said you were before.
Mr. Tumnus is a fawn.
Yeah, so you're a fawn also? So you fucked Mr. Tumnus and you
No, I'm his great niece. This is not Alabama.
So Mr. Tumnus fucked your mom. Yeah. Your mom's sister. There you go. Sure, that works. I think.
Oh, too good. Too good.
Mr.
All right.
Mr. Tumnus, he gets around. He gets strange.
He's a weird little man.
Yeah, he gets some strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's all about that ice queen.
About the ice queen. All right. So these
Tilda Swinton, though. Oof, big crush on her. I love Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton?
Yeah, she was the actress that played the Ice Queen in the Chronicles of Narnia.
They made a depiction of your life?
Yes. My biopic.
Wow.
Or my family's biopic.
Oh, yeah. So here's three things. Here's three things about me. One is I lived part-time in the country, part-time in the city of Toronto. 2, I owned horses as a child. And 3, I like slow indie music and I like thrash or metal music, sometimes combined. So my YouTube music app doesn't know me so well.
All right, I'm going to have to guess. Horses are very expensive, and I doubt you had a very good paying job, so you probably didn't own the horses yourself.
Yeah, I know. I didn't. Well, I was gonna. Well, my parents may have, but no, that's a lie. My grandfather was always like, "I'm gonna get you a pony."
Yeah, and
I got really excited about it, but he never got me a pony.
Oh damn!
Probably good.
Oh damn! I'm gonna break character for just a second and tell a story about this thing. Right. So, there was a family party where my dad told my stepmom he was gonna get her a Porsche, and it was like a toy car.
Oh,
too good.
Can't tell if douchebag or genius.
Genius. It's. I mean, you know me in real life. You know what a troll I can be. Yeah, I definitely came by it honestly.
There you go, sweetie.
Too good.
I didn't say what size it was going to be.
There you go.
You can just hop right in. You can put your little pinky finger inside.
Boom, boom.
Drive around in the. Did the doors open at least, so she could at least?
I don't remember that far back. It was many moons ago.
Yeah. All right.
Excellent.
So this is now we're joined by not Courtney, but Courtney. She's the official co-host. She just arrived.
Hello.
She just arrived from her boat from Antarctica.
Landed in the great shores of Parkdale. What up, Toronto?
Yeah. It's cool that she picked Toronto to come to, because Toronto connects to the Rideau Canal, which is pretty close to Antarctica. And
it's been a while since I took geography, but I feel like maybe that is incorrect.
Well,
oh, so good.
That's what I learned in history class. I clearly wasted my money.
Public education.
Oh no, I took history in university, and
did you?
The way through, I did not.
Okay, I was gonna say I didn't know that.
My character Aura. My friend Deb is here, but I'm Aura, and she
studied history.
I studied history in school, so I clearly wasted
at the University of Phoenix online
$40,000 in tuition fees for University of Phoenix, and then DeVry.
Can you imagine what a history degree would be like from DeVry?
DeVry.
Oh my God.
Learn the history of like PETA.
Apparently, so PETA's all like, we love animals, protect the animals. Apparently,
I meant like PETA, like the bread, but yes, go on.
Okay.
Go on.
I was gonna say, apparently they actually euthanize a fuck ton of animals every year.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah.
Well, what? The thing is, are you gonna get like 4,000 farms to?
They also get people,
all these animals.
Ooh, goodness! They also get cats and dogs from people, and apparently
euthanize them for no reason.
I guess they don't have room, or I don't know what the reason is.
You could just do that yourself. I mean, Get some
Exactly.
high quality ketamine on the streets. And,
Don't at me like that.
Yeah. If you
Jokes.
use it, but it's just far more fun if you use it on yourself, and then you just strangle the cat.
Oh my god, too good. Too good.
Yes.
I should dig more into it, but I kind of don't care enough about PETA to do that. Just, you know.
Well, let's talk about pita bread right now. So
yes, ma'am.
what's the history there? So
Are you talking like the Greek style?
It came from the land of hummus, I heard.
Hummus.
And, they have like a little bit of a conflict there, but everybody loves hummus in that region, even though
in every region,
hummus can come together. We can come together with the love of hummus. Yeah, I think that's a mutual thing, and North America really loves hummus too. So
pretty brilliant.
Why don't we just all get along and eat hummus?
Where I saw a hummus restaurant in Toronto recently, like that sounds their thing. Like it's all hummus based, and I can't remember where it was. I feel like maybe Kensington or Queen West somewhere. No, absolutely not. I don't go east of Yonge. Come on now. I'm a West End Toronto snob. Okay, no, I'm joking. I was in the East End tonight, and I found a Hakka Chinese place that I can get to by TTC. Let me tell you how happy I was about that.
I miss being in Toronto. I live in Newmarket, and
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know it's the worst.
And, when are you coming back to us?
The thing is, we have a house for essentially the same price as I would pay to have 5 roommates in Toronto.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that's the only thing. And we can drive there. It's fine. Just one of us can't drink.
Do they still patrol? I think, is it Highway 9? They used to have like air patrols for radar. Like they radar your car. And if you were going too fast, then they'd send cars for you to catch you speeding.
Cars for you.
Yeah, like the airplane was doing the radar.
The thing is, I love to speed.
Yeah, it was like
to get there. I take the 404, so it's not as bad.
I was talking about coming from
tailgater though. If you want to go 150, I'll move over for you.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not a person. If you want to go 110, I'll just go right or left. I'm not gonna.
Fair.
Yeah. So my first time out on the road, I was I got my license really late. I was like 22. I just got my G2. And my first time out on the road, I guess I didn't speed through the yellow, and the guy behind me was really angry. So he zoomed in front of me later and then stalled to like 15 kilometers an hour.
Okay.
And he was one of those guys who had the pickup truck with the balls hanging.
Oh, I hate
from
those.
The bottom. Yeah, from the back of the truck.
Every time I see those, I wish I had a can of blue spray paint in my purse so I could spray paint them blue. Give them blue balls. They're just the worst.
Yeah,
they're like it's already bad enough if you're in the city and you don't work construction or a job that requires you to have a pickup truck. Why the fuck do you have a pickup truck down here? Like you just don't need it. And then to add the testicles onto your truck is
you can spot the douchebag there. But then he slows down to a crawl, and I'm like, you clearly have nowhere to go. You don't need to be on time. Why did speeding through a yellow light
mean so much?
Impact your day? I'm like, first time out on the road, and I get a taste of that, and so
Jesus, where were you driving?
I was driving up to my friend Paul's house. He was living in Buttfuck Nowhere. I don't know if you've heard of that town.
Yeah.
So I went to pick him up for whatever. I don't know. So that was my first time. Wasn't the best experience.
Sounds terrible.
It did not set me back though. I continued to drive. I drive to this day. I got my G license on the day that my G2 expired.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have my G. I just don't have a car because, it's expensive to live in Toronto. So
who drives in Toronto?
If I need a car, I'll rent a car. Or I had that auto share thing for a long time. So you could just like borrow a car for a couple hours. It's pretty handy.
Yeah, drive up to wherever and
go to IKEA.
Whomever.
You know.
Yeah, go to IKEA. You can go to IKEA Vaughan.
I usually go to Etobicoke because it's the flagship.
I used to live like next door to that IKEA.
Nice.
It was very dangerous because it's very fun to walk around. And
I have a tradition with like two of my roommates and my kid, and sometimes we'd bring other friends. We'd all pile in the car and go to that IKEA and then just straight up fuck around like the whole time. I've got like, there's one picture of my son when he was a lot younger, and my older roommate, he was like 65 at the time. They're both wearing IKEA bathrobes and like battling as in lightsabers. And then when we got to the bathroom section, my kid hopped into a shower stall and like took off his shirt and pulled the shower curtain down to his chest and went for a picture. So it looked like
that's a normal activity to do in an IKEA. I haven't seen many people not do that.
Okay, good.
So
I think we'll have a lot of fun.
That wasn't embarrassing because it was very normal. How old is your kid now?
He turned 19 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
I was a bad kid. What can I say?
Oh yeah, you're the Lorelai Gilmore.
He's household. Oops. Sorry, kid. I didn't mean oops. I mean I love you.
What your parents must have thought of you?
Oh man.
Don't worry.
I don't think my kid will watch this, so I think I'm safe.
Yeah, they shouldn't. Because this is very inappropriate for anyone under any
70.
Age. Yeah. Which I am. I was born in 1950. My life used to be in black and white, and now it's in Technicolor.
Exciting.
Full-blown.
Kind of like what was that movie, Pleasantville?
Or like Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't in Technicolor until my house got swept up by a tornado.
And then you landed on me.
Yeah, Jesus. Which only happened in 1999 because of Y2K. But that's when my life switched to Technicolor. I was a little late because I was born in Soviet Union.
Back in the USSR.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I like the Wizard of Oz, but I wish she wasn't wearing heels. Like, I wish they were ruby, sparkly combat boots. I feel like that would have been much more useful, tramping around all over the different, the forests and the fields and the farmlands, and then up in the mountains.
Falling asleep with those poppies if she'd gotten there faster in her combat boots.
Correct.
She was just like, peace.
But she had to do little kitty steps, click, 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 click.
Yeah, see, it takes up time.
Yeah. So I just feel like it would have been more useful to have.
Well, that's what happened to Judy Garland. That's how she got hooked on drugs. Was that first experience with
that poppy field
with poppies, which
did she die of a
gateway drug to heroin?
She died of a heroin overdose. Yes. No. Or was that?
I don't know how she died. I'm not there. I'm not very familiar with her career. I just know that she was hooked on a lot of drugs because they had to shoot like 20 hours a day.
Yeah. She was young and she was living off of coffee and drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, God knows I know enough people that do that too, but Sorry. Can we edit that out?
No.
Actually, okay, no, she didn't die of heroin. She died of an accidental barbiturate overdose.
Yeah, she was on a lot of those, so that makes sense. I assume your just heart explodes at a certain amount of. It only has a certain amount of beats, and when your heart's going that fast all the time, you run out a little bit early.
This is true. You only get a certain amount of beats.
Yeah, but she's somewhere over the rainbow now, so she's with her. You know what? What happened to Toto? Did he get destroyed?
No,
he comes back. She's like, "Oh, I'm so happy to be with my family." But the only reason that she wasn't with her family or didn't want her family is because they're going to put her dog down. What happened to Toto at the end of the movie?
After the movie, I imagine that her aunt probably distracted her and was like, "Hey, come and help me, bake these pies." And then her uncle took Toto and got him put down. I imagine that's what actually
Either that
happened.
or that lady next door
Oh God,
just died from the tornado. Got her house flattened.
she got herself landed on by a house.
Yeah, well, that's what happened in Technicolor, but we don't know what happened in well, it wasn't black and white. It was like sepia tone.
But I assume it's parallel universe.
Brown.
Like the house lands on the neighbor who wants to put the dog down, but then it lands on the witch in Oz at the same time. I feel like they're just at the surface of each other, universe wise. So
yeah,
I feel like
that's why they aren't completely in black and white. They're kind of in brown. They're about in Technicolor, but they're kind of like working their way up from black to brown, and then they're going to like go to like an orangey color. But she just jumped right to Technicolor, which is a pretty big advancement for someone in that time. Back in 1933 when I was born, there wasn't. We only watched television. It was about this big, about 5 inches, just like my penis. When I was born in 1937, being 15 was a little bit awkward. I was in the war, the World War, and then I had a lot of shell shock those days. So when I was born in 1927,
it was still roaring. It was still roaring just before that Great Depression.
Yeah, just before that hit.
Excellent.
So now I collect beans in my basement. In a spare cupboard where it connects to Narnia, which is where we met you, because of our bean closet.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm your bean wife.
Bean wifeys.
Bean.
But
bean wife.
I was 15, and I'm clear. since I was born in 1915, I'm a little bit older than you. About 110 years old. So when I was born in 1929,
oh my God, that's too good. Okay, I didn't plan very well. My cup is empty. I'm gonna leave the filming section for like 10 seconds to address that. So
I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna talk to
I think promo some shit.
So what we want to do in this podcast is it's very important to me that we get a lot of alcohol companies to help support our drinking habit. We also, Courtney doesn't know, but she will know because I'm going to force her. We want to get Zach Ruane from Andy Donna on this podcast because I think that would be really fun. But we only want him on as his mom. We only want his mom on the podcast because I think that I just don't think that Zachary Ruane would be as entertaining as his mom. So watch Annie Donna's Big Old House of Fun on Netflix and check out their YouTube because
who are these guys?
They're fun. Yeah, you're gonna have to watch that after. Because, or at least check out some YouTube sketches. They're pretty ridiculous.
Where are they from?
Australia, Melbourne.
All right, I'll check that out.
And get yourself a Vegemite sandwich.
No, oh my God, no, never. Are you kidding me? Why? Why would you ever say that to anyone?
Have you ever had it with avocado? Because I haven't, but this is
like my idea really of hell. Oh, Jesus. Vegemite.
Do they even sell that? And where do they sell that?
Vegemite? Vegemite and Marmite. You can get it at a couple stores in the city, but I don't know why you'd want to. Like, sorry to my British fam and my Australian fam that love that stuff. It's like yeast paste.
I've never had it, but I feel like I'm gonna sit down, watch Big Old House of Fun, and eat my Vegemite. Maybe throw up a little bit while.
I think we're gonna film you taking your first bite of that.
That's a good idea.
It's
That's
a
a good
fucking
idea.
thing.
I'm gonna put on one of their sketches. I'm gonna take a real big bite of Vegemite and keep the garbage can closed because we might
Oh man.
have some spewage.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do it if that's gonna make them happy. Then I'll do that. I'll do that especially.
I mean, I'm kind of a nice person, but I'm gonna definitely laugh when I see your face as you take the first bite of that stuff. Like,
all right, so that's gonna be a
thing.
little bonus. We're gonna do a little bonus 5-minute
Vegemite
podcast.
or Marmite, whatever we can get.
Whatever we can get. I might have to like go on Amazon or something.
Well, you know what? I'm pretty sure I can get it at a store just over in Roncesvalles, and so let's support local. Let's like
we should both eat it at the same time.
No, I've already tried it. No. All
right, we can watch the show together. But I'm gonna eat the Vegemite.
Where do I watch the show?
And apparently Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Oh, it's on the Netflix.
Or you can just search one of their. I recommend $30 bottle of wine. At the last podcast, I'm still really hungover from that podcast.
I gotta say, I love that.
Dog really helps that.
I love that. Earlier, you're like, yeah, no, I'm not. Don't worry, I'm not drinking. And then you message me later, and you're like, I'm 3 margaritas in. Are you ready to go?
People are supposed to guess. You know, that's the part of the. I'm gonna have to edit that out. No, it's fine. This isn't an official podcast. This is an extra edition.
Excellent. Yeah, definitely edited that out. Sorry. Yeah. Although we didn't get to the final.
Like I was born in 1922, so I know I've been doing the electronics for a long time now. Yeah. Back when I was born in 1945. It was So I've had like 100 years, 80 years.
Instead of cutting that section, can you just like put one of those black bars across my mouth and just beep 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 beep?
Yeah.
I'll
just put like a metal riff or something like that.
Oh yeah, baby, yes.
Yeah, I've never mentioned that the intro and outro is actually my band. Yeah, we have an EP coming out soon, so I'm pretty excited about that. And I've never like growled and sang on an album before.
Right on.
Yeah, so back when I was a teenager in 1984, growling wasn't a thing back then. But I learned it now because it's never too late to learn a skill. Because I'm 37 now, and I'm never, as a 55-year-old, it's never too late to learn a skill.
I'm going to try and hit you up for early preview of your new release, just so you know.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely doing that. I'm sure the guys will be fine with that.
Awesome.
I might play a clip at the end of this, just like a little sneak peek for those who bothered to listen to the podcast.
Right on.
Yeah, so hopefully, share this with your friends if you're not too embarrassed by it.
Oh, no, I constantly embarrass my friends, so I'm happy to share whatever. I'm happy to overshare whatever. So, it's a skill.
Yeah. This is the first time I've been inebriated since 1907. It's just, I had a couple drinks when the Titanic sank, but
like to celebrate that it sank, like fuck those rich ass bitches.
Yeah, it was all conspiracy, really. It was back in '69. Things were different back then. So yeah, eventually we'll get to some karaoke. Do you sing?
Depends on how many drinks I've had.
All right, so a big day for us. I want us to start with Du Hast.
Du Hast mich.
Back in 1979, they were a really big band. I don't know if they're so good now. So yeah.
I caught them at Rockfest a couple of years back, and it was definitely worth all the travel.
Did they vomit on you or pee on you?
I wish.
Did they pee on people at one of their shows?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
No kink shaming, guys. No kink shaming. Yeah, but no, that their live show was absolutely worth traveling to the middle of nowhere in Quebec to see.
Quebec. Where was it? Which town was
Rockfest? It's in Montebello.
Montebello, okay.
Yeah. I think it used to be Amnesia Rockfest because that was the company that sponsored it. And then when they pulled out of sponsoring, then it just became Montebello Rockfest. And it's such a fucking time. Like the entire town is totally into it. People are renting out their front yards. You've got, little old ladies have buckets of ice and bottled water, and they're selling like hot dogs and stuff. $2 hot dogs, $1 bottle. Yep. $2 hot dog, $1 water. It's crazy. And
no one needs no job. They just sell
people
water.
are like renting out their parking spots and their property.
That's
and like
a great idea.
The whole town is totally into it.
Yeah.
And it's such a time. It's absolutely awesome. So
cool. I would check that out for sure.
Yeah. It was really good.
Heavy Montreal a few years back.
I've been a few times, but I'm not going anymore.
I just have one thing, a piece of advice. If you go there, don't wear white, because your shirt will be ruined forever.
Well,
whatever you're wearing. I wore this white Sabaton shirt. I could never wear it again. I couldn't get the dirt out.
Oh my god,
it was awesome though. They shot like fireworks or like flames out of a tank. It was great.
Nice. But yeah, Rockfest, like first they didn't run because there was renovations, and then they ran, and then they announced they're no longer going to run every year. Or sorry, Heavy is not going to run every year. They're going to alternate it with a country music festival.
Why would that's
country music in Quebec? Am I wrong, or does that seem like they're not paying attention to their audience? Is that just me?
Bonjour, yeah.
It
seems a little weird.
It blows my mind. So
I feel worry. We don't have Heavy Montreal this year, but don't worry. we have Bryan Adams.
I don't know if he's country. He's more, I don't know, like adult contemporary.
Bryan Adams is. I just assumed.
What, girl?
We have.
Oh my god.
Reese Witherspoon playing.
Your Canadian card is in question. I feel really fucked around by the organizers, and so I'm giving up on Heavy Montreal. So I'm done with that. But I do already have my ticket for Montreal Death Fest for September of next year. I'm hoping that it's going to run. But I understand. Yeah, right. I understand if it doesn't run, I could just hang on to my ticket and go the next year. And they already have my money, so hopefully that helps the festival continue. So, yeah. But Montreal is always a riot. It's always a riot when I go.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, that sounds really fun. Yeah. I've only been to like one festival. I really want to go to Wacken someday. I think that would be really fun. Germany trip.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, one day when you know what's funny is my friend Paul, I mentioned him just earlier.
Yeah.
He had a friend who was like, I'm going to Wacken. I'm going to tell you how it is later. And she never was to hear. No one ever heard from her again. Or at least he didn't hear from her again.
Like
she's like, I'm going to tell you all about it. It's going to be the greatest time. You should totally come.
And
then ghost.
Goes to Wacken, meets a nice German boy, marries and settles down and ignores all of y'all forever.
Dies in a mosh pit is kind of warm with my head. Or yeah, that'd be a nice. Meets a nice German metalhead.
Yeah.
Goes down, burns some churches down.
That's Norway, babe.
Norway? Yeah,
that's Norway. You burn churches in Norway.
Yeah. Just like the Vikings from the past, when back in years 70. 72.
Isn't that the year you were born?
Yeah, I was born in. I was a Viking in early years. Yeah, me and Thor were bros. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
But when you decide to trip out to Montreal, if we can line it up, we'll meet there and cause some fuckery as well.
That'd be awesome. The thing is, like with 2020 and all this
2021
coronavirus, is like if you knew the last time you had to party or really live it up, if you knew that was the last time, would you go balls deep?
I always go balls deep.
So it was like normal part
Yeah.
of the course for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went on
It's a
a
time.
cruise in Florida right before, and it was we weren't a big fan,
Oh,
but I think I would have just like done all the things.
I did 70K, 70,000 tons.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so jealous.
I did it again. That was my second
but we
time.
had to pay for my brother's wedding to go on the cruise for him, so we didn't get to do both, which kind of sucked.
Tell your brother I hate him. Yeah, no, I've only been twice. That was the second time, and just absolute riot, riot. Yeah,
I heard like some of the guitarists just like jump in the pool and just start
doing
solos.
Like one minute you're in a tiny room, like being crushed up against barriers. The band is like right here in your face, and then you dry off and towel off, finish your drink, and you go upstairs to grab some food, and like the guitarist for the band you just saw is sitting at the next table. And everyone's totally cool. Like they're not snobby. People aren't, oh, please don't talk to me. Everyone's really cool.
Yeah, just be like, hey, we're in room 507. You wanna hang out? You wanna fuck? No. Let's do it.
No. I pass. Don't know who you are. Don't care.
I had an acquaintance of mine. She used to work on a cruise ship, and she said all they did was fuck. That's all they did.
I guess it's like hospitals in that way, eh?
Yeah, there's nothing better to do. I mean, with your free time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just travel around the world and fuck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I met a lot of people and like a lot, and from all, just people who were on the cruise, people that were working the cruise, bands. Like I met a lot of people, but just like pure shenanigans. Shenanigans.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
Yeah,
it'd be great. I'd love to shenanigans it up. Because we haven't been able to for a long time.
Yeah. One of the. I've got a bunch of photos and video footage and stuff. I'll send you some one of these days. Just like ridiculous.
Well, one day we will podcast from 70,000.
Fucking yes.
And it will be even more wrecked than this.
Oh, I went on shore last year and just drank for like 6 hours, but vampire princess that I am, I didn't really think about the sun. And so I just I didn't even, I had very little to eat and just drank for hours and hours and hours, and then got back on the boat. And then I ended up like sunstroking out for a couple hours. It was really bad. At one point, my roommate came back to the cabin and I'm like on the floor in the bathroom, just like, just dying. And he was like, holy shit. I said, dude, I told you I'm a bitch when it comes to the sun.
I was working a field job once, and I was just like hanging out by the lake, and it was really windy and nice, and my skin felt nice and cool, but I came back with the worst sunburn. I actually had to quit the job. I had to go home. Yeah.
Well, you're naturally red, right? And so you probably burn easier than I do.
Oh, I burn so easily.
Yeah.
I go out, I have to wear sunscreen in winter.
Me too. I swear to fuck I can get a moonburn.
Yeah, moonburn. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's a thing.
Yeah, it's halfway to vampire. What up?
I know how you feel.
Yeah,
I know how you feel. I'm just wearing the like SPF with the zinc SPF 100, so my face is completely white.
Oh yeah.
That's why I wasn't in Florida, except I missed this little triangle by my shoulder, and it's so red.
I've done that. I did that in Mexico when I was, I don't know, like 17 or 18, and I accidentally missed this part on both my arms, and it was just like blister. It was the most disgusting thing ever. Forbidden pops.
Vitamin D for the day.
Yeah, well, it's not the kind of vitamin D I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Yikes. But yeah, I have, anyway, back to concerts. I have my ticket for Montreal Death Fest, and there was just a show in November announced in Toronto at Phoenix. It's Ginger and Suicide Silence.
I saw that. I love Ginger, and I want to buy.
They're great live.
I am not as optimistic as you.
Okay, well, I bought 2 tickets.
Yeah.
And Noel Peters from inertia is putting it on. So like immediately I was just like, yep, click, done. If it doesn't go on or it's postponed, I know I'll get money back, or they'll like hold your tickets until the show actually happens. So I have trust there.
Yeah.
But like I really like Ginger Live.
Yeah.
My friend Pixie got me onto them and like haven't looked back since. So yeah. So those are the only 2 tickets I currently have. I just actually returned my last physical ticket to rotate this the other week when they reopened. I still had a ticket for Rotting Christ at the Mod Club, and I didn't get to return it before the lockdown. So I just returned that a couple weeks ago. And of course I spent money on metal vinyl. Of course I did. So
you know, I'm really bummed. I think that a lot of these venues are going to end up closing, and it really makes me upset.
Yeah.
What have we already lost?
We lost, well, Mod Club.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know did I hear right? Hard Luck, maybe. I know they were doing a fundraiser. Yeah, I know they were doing a fundraiser.
I'm wondering how Cherry Colas is doing, because they were already going to close.
So they were really behind, and they thought they had a plan worked out with the landlord, and then all of a sudden he was like, "Give me all this money now." So Cherish, who's amazing, she's an absolutely awesome human, put up a GoFundMe, and I know I think it might have gotten at least halfway last time I looked. Actually, I should go on and signal boost that again, because she has spent a lot of time putting in a new patio and whatnot in the back, like renovating, just getting the place ready for all of us Toronto degenerates, well, GTA degenerates. And it's like, I don't even know if her patio is open yet, but as soon as it is, I'm totally there, like 100%.
Oh my God, yes. I know Coalition was going to move because that area was gentrifying.
Sorry, the cat's screaming into the mic now. Yeah, there he is.
I think there should be less gentrification and more degentification.
Yes.
Yeah, I think a lot of areas should just play in 5/4 only. With that low wobbly bass.
I was hearing that the Garrison was going to book a show soon, and I really like that venue. It's kind of a mid-size. So I'm pulling for that one to make it through as well. Like Cherry's
did a couple of shows, but like behind plexiglass. The band behind that,
Okay.
Which, I guess
I know Rockpile was opening their patio this weekend.
That'll be great. That'll be great.
Yeah. They were even before this last lockdown. I went to a few shows there, and they were really like on it. As soon as you came in, you had to be wearing your mask. You couldn't walk around without it. You had to be just at the tables. Like they really took protocols quite seriously, and they had staff making sure people weren't screwing around. So yeah, Rockpile put on a couple of shows that I went to. So there was just like the first one where some people weren't taking it seriously, and like they tried to start a mosh pit, and within 7 seconds the promoter got up and was like, "No, absolutely not. You guys need to stop it."
Knock it off.
Yeah, no,
it's really
it was
hard
like,
to mosh when you're like wearing a mask too. You're like,
well, also like, and this is at the beginning of the pandemic where we really didn't have enough information, and I don't think people were taking it seriously enough. They were just like, "Oh no, it's fine." So no, don't rub up against each other when you're all sweaty and breathing hard all over each other. Like, stop it.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah. And the social distancing and stuff being closed, it is helping to get us to live shows faster.
Yeah.
That's all I want in the world.
We're resuming right now.
Exactly.
Also that, and I don't want to travel to Toronto. And I'm very certain you don't want to travel up to Newmarket.
How would I even? Like, there's no TTC.
There's a go bus. That's how I used to go.
Mondays to Fridays only.
I used to play in a band in Toronto before I was in Black Eve.
Yeah.
And I'd always take the go bus. And the thing is, I would always get to the train station like 2 minutes before the go bus left. And I have to wait a whole hour before.
Oh, God.
Or 2 minutes after the go bus left.
That sounds terrible.
Why do we never time this stuff. Like the bus comes at the same time every day. Really bad and poor time management.
Yeah.
But when I was in Blackie, we just drove.
Yeah, I saw you guys a couple times.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but now I'm in Carnatus and we play up here, which is good. Some of the guys travel from Toronto, which is good of them.
Excellent. Well, I haven't seen you guys yet, but you know me.
Won't for a long time.
You know me though. When you finally get around to it, when venues are open, I will be there.
We'll probably live stream or something like that.
Right on. Maybe you should talk to Cherry Colas about booking their place.
Cherry Colas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, that'd be a decent show. We've played there before.
Yeah.
I even played there with my old band before Black Eve.
Right on.
Yeah. Anyways, anything you want to say before we end this podcast? Because I feel like we're running out of...
Well, we went from you put up a post yesterday to us chatting last night while you were already blasted.
Oh, yeah. So the guy from last night, he had to stop the podcast 3 times to throw up in the toilet. He was drunkety drunk. I drank a bottle of wine.
That is commitment.
Yeah.
And I don't think I know that person, but I feel like we should be friends because that's just we're
gonna have him on again for sure.
That is tanking it out, and I respect that. But yeah, so we went literally. It hasn't even been 24 hours since we talked about me hopping on here and helping out. So
I haven't had a co-host as good since in 1944. So.
Excellent.
It's going pretty well.
Yeah. So it's I have absolutely no qualifications. I don't you're a singer, you're an actor, you're a comedian, you have chops.
Drummer too. Drummer.
Oh, that's right. My only qualifications is that I'm a fucking degenerate and I can drink like a tank. That's it.
That's
it.
Hired. That's the only qualification for the job.
Yeah. I'm not even funny. I'm just funny looking.
I'm not funny either. I just think that I am when I drink. So
you're a comedian and not funny. So
I'm not funny at all. No.
Amazing.
No, I might have been funny back in 1907.
What are you wearing? What's your shirt?
It's Drummer Girls United. It was actually a startup.
Oh,
of
shit,
these girls who we kind of connect on Facebook. And she had a Kickstarter sort of merch thing, and I was like, I'm down. I did it when I was super drunk, but I like the shirt, so
yeah,
I'm also a drummer.
Let's see if we can. Here we go, Feminazgul. Sure. That's right, Feminazgul.
No one can read death metal fonts.
Oh,
they're pretty much great, just tree roots at this point.
You're not wrong, but yeah. Anyway, I super dig them.
I commend people who can read that. It's like learning cursive when you're 10 these days because they don't teach that anymore.
Oh man. Actually, the singer for Feminazgul, I met her on 70K a couple years ago when I went, and she's a fucking riot. So
that's great.
I ended up listening to a bunch of her stuff, and I actually really fucking like it. So if you guys have not heard Feminazgul, I totally encourage you to check it out.
So check out Feminazgul. Check out my band Incarnatus.
Yes.
Check out Antidonna.
Yes.
That's all the things we want them to check out.
Yes.
So we look forward to a lot of these
ridiculous.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
Ongoing from now until
June. We're booked until June.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have guests pretty much every podcast until
And you've lined up some fucking cool people. I'm actually really excited.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to meet some people. The next guy we're doing a podcast with he's actually also a potter. So I'm gonna call him.
Are we potters now? Is that what's happening?
This is a potty. We're doing a potter.
Did I go from 0 to 100 in 24 hours?
Yes. So he's also a potter, podcaster, and he's in a band. So that'll be fun. He's gonna share some tricks of the trade. with us. So
excellent.
That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here.
He recommended I buy a kazoo, so I might do that, but I can also make kazoo sounds with my mouth.
You can. Oh my God.
So we could do a little bit of both.
All right. Sounds good.
We'll see.
We'll
see his chops tomorrow on Saturday.
I'm very excited about it.
The podcast will be up on next Sunday.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
So this was Wrecked Roulette, first one with Courtney, my new co-host. Let us know in the comments what you want us to do. Would you rather Monkey's Paw, any of those sorts of games, or any of other ideas? Let us know in the comments what you think of this.
Submit your questions.
Yeah, we want to answer them in the most ridiculous way that we can.
Absolutely.
So yeah, comments, like, subscribe.
All right. Well, thank you everyone.